me saying yes, I don't eat chicken salad. And I was like, is there another option? Walked in with pizza, and I was like, can I get a slice of pizza?
Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. If I find out any of you don't want this lovely chicken salad I made you, well then I'll block you on Twitter, Perna. As a middling YouTuber, that's my only power that I have. Today, I do have the bizarre story about Davion Smith getting cut for refusing a lunch order, the Browns spending big on Denzel Ward while also getting investigated for tanking, and a brief recap of the final USFL game between the Maulers and the Bandits.
That block, little swat on the behind, Jokic's not having it, right?
Sorry, Jokic. That's good sports. Nut shot alert! Chris Godwin took a nut shot in the Falcons game last season, and fellow teammate Mike Evans hilariously advised him to start wearing a cup because Tom Brady drilled Evans in the nuts the year before.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
What happened?
Huh? We good.
You okay?
I hear my nuts.
Oh, sit right here then. You want to palpate them?
I'm about to start wearing a cup. Yeah. It's like, you don't need that until you need it.
A cup will protect your nuts, but it's up to you to save your nuts. And that's why I'm happy to work with Manscaped as a sponsor to save balls. April showers bring Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and Manscaped is leading the way to help spread awareness for early detection. To do that, you have to touch your balls, and I mean really feel around in there. And since I can't show you exactly how to do that, which I tried to do last year and nearly had my channel taken down, Manscaped is here to help guide your self-check in partnership with the Testicular Cancer Society by visiting manscaped.com/TCS to learn how to check yourself or to donate to TCS. Now you can always keep your balls trim with the best below-the-belt groomer on earth in the Lawnmower 4.0, and if you want to get weird, do it while wearing the We Save Ball shirt. Just the shirt, no pants. And once you've checked your balls and trimmed them, give them a shine with the Crop Mop Ball Wipes. Use my link below, manscaped.com/goodsports, and wipe 20% off your order, plus you get the free shipping. Now, the Cleveland Browns extended cornerback Denzel Ward on a 5-year, $100.5 million deal, making the 24-year-old Ward the highest paid corner of all time. Now, Ward was the 4th selection in the draft back in 2018, has made a couple of Pro Bowls in his young career. Personally, I'm surprised the Browns have the money to do anything after giving Deshaun Watson $250 million guaranteed. The key to the city of Cleveland and the earthly remains of Paul Brown himself, all part of the contract. But Ward is an excellent corner, and while people on Twitter seem puzzled that he's getting $30 million more in guarantees than J.C. Jackson, we have to remember that interceptions are not the end-all, be-all for corners. Ward has been consistent since landing in Cleveland, and playing well for coaches like Hugh Jackson and Freddie Kitchens is far more impressive than succeeding in a Belichick-coached defense. Now, the Browns are also being investigated for tanking. I'll go ahead and save the league a lot of time. The Browns are the definition of unintentional tanking. Investigating the Browns for tanking is like investigating a taco for being delicious. The investigation is occurring because one of the worst coaches in the history of the game, no, not that one, Hugh Jackson, claimed that he was offered incentives to lose games in 2016 and 2017, which is exactly what I would say if I were as bad of a football coach as Hugh Jackson. More likely, the GM was offered incentives to lose games in 2016 and 2017, and that's why Hugh Jackson was hired. Now, Titans receiver A.J. Brown has gone and removed Tennessee from his social media profile. I feel like we need a graphic and a theme song every time this happens. Now, Tom Grossi and I discussed A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, and Terry McLaurin pushing for new contracts Monday morning on GPS. These three incredibly talented ball catchers have seen their peers get $100 million deals and have concluded, yes, we want that money too. Now, the Jags really pissed a lot of people off by paying Christian Kirk all that money. It's created so much chaos, and if their end game was getting A.J. Brown off the Titans, then I have to applaud that effort. Here's the best advice, though, that I can give to any top 10 athlete at their position looking to get paid. Delete all of your social media apps. The amount of disgusting messages you will receive, the slander you will see about your character, work ethic, locker room presence will all be questioned, and there will be some crazy low-life scumbags who even send you death threats like Deebo Samuel received.
Y'all the same ones that was just hoorahing and go Deebo and da-da-da-da. Oh, now y'all want to send death threats and send all these racial, all this stuff y'all got. It don't bother me, bro.
Football fans are psychopaths. They love their team so much that they will threaten to kill the best players if they ask for too much money or they threaten to leave. That's why I refer to all NFL fans as Lennies. Now, the best thing you can do for your mental health if you're a player is turn the off button on the hate. Get your money, give it a month, and then come back to social media. But not after a trusted friend went in and deleted the worst of the worst DMs. Keep a couple of the haters' messages for motivation. The sad truth, though, is many football fans are simply unwilling to ever blame anyone besides the players for the money NFL teams spend on contracts. Which is sad, because players are just trying to maximize their value while they can, which is something NFL owners do every goddamn day. And just to lighten the mood, because I know I just worked up some of you, I present Beast Mode on Ice.
Full-fledged donut? Hell yeah. And then punch it. Now punch it. You got it? Got it. Punch it. You got it? You got it? I got it. All right, Trace, man. There you go. Power pop.
That should make you smile. And finally, the USFL's biggest PR mistake. This is Davion Smith. This is head coach Kirby Wilson, who's about to cut him for not liking chicken salad?
He crossed the line. So we had to deal with it.
This is very difficult for me as a head coach, my first time, but we have a business. Okay, this is a business and you're a businessman.
Any disrespect of football or members, staff, USFL, hotel, etc. would not be tolerated.
And it's been brought to my attention that has occurred with you. So unfortunately, hear me out, unfortunately, cost of doing business, I'm gonna have to let you go. Okay?
I didn't think I did anything or said anything disrespectful. I can tell you what happened exactly.
It's not important right now.
Right.
It's not important.
I don't know.
It's already happened.
Right.
It's already happened.
I didn't say anything disrespectful. He said, is that going to be a problem? I said, yes. That's it. And I walked away. I mean, I didn't think that was disrespectful. Me saying, yes, I don't eat chicken salad. And I was like, is there another option? Walked in with pizza, and I was like, can I get a slice of pizza? He said, no. I was like, he said, is that going to be a problem? I said, yes. That's all I said. I didn't say no cuss word, nothing. That's all I said. I promise you. No disrespectful on my dad's life. I promise you I didn't say nothing disrespectful besides yes.
To be fair to Coach Kirby Wilson, Davion Smith was trying to order pizza with pineapple on it. Anyone who has the internet knows that's a fireable offense.
I promise you I didn't say nothing disrespectful besides yes.
And I appreciate you sharing that, but the matters, it's done. It's done. And I appreciate you sharing that. But good luck.
What we do not know, though, is the tone of that conversation. And Smith could really use a teammate defending him right now to back up his story, which may be unlikely since they might fear getting cut themselves. Now, there's a lot to break down here, but let's begin with the irony. This clip went viral on Monday, and it's a segment from the USFL's version of Hard Knocks called, wait for it, United by Football. I suggest changing the name to United by Football unless you want pizza for dinner, bitch. My guess is the Maulers quarterback Josh Love demanded chicken salad be offered, and that's why it was served. How else do you explain their cadence being chicken salad?
Chicken salad. Why is that?
The only thing sadder though than chicken salad line calls was Josh Love's stat line from Monday night USFL football. 9 for 16 for 121 yards and really just one big throw for the entire evening. Now, according to a statement from the Maulers, Davion Smith was released for violating 3 team rules in a 24-hour period. The last straw being disrespecting a kitchen worker who apparently was giving Davion the hard sell on some shit-ass chicken salad.
A set of standards that we go by as a football team. Those standards weren't met. That individual knew prior that we weren't having a prior agreement to prevent a later misunderstanding. Once those incidents were brought to my attention, I addressed them immediately because these are life lessons. They have nothing to do with football when you're trying to teach people how to respect other people, no matter how you see or view them.
The Maulers were the only team to not score a touchdown opening weekend, and their 17-3 defeat was the worst of the weekend. Now, in his own defense, Davion Smith went on a bit of a Twitter tirade proclaiming his innocence, which I don't think helped his case at all. His tweets ended with, "God does not like ugly, man." Which is why God officially hates the Philadelphia Stars uniforms, the chicken salad of the USFL. Now, we've heard both sides of the story, but the Maulers have not stated what else Smith did that broke the team rules. He doesn't know either. It seems like Coach Wilson made the decision to cut Smith before hearing his side of the story, which I think is what everyone views as the second most fucked up part of the story. The first being, no options besides chicken salad for lunch? Pizza should be the main dish. The USFL is housing all the players in one location in Alabama. They are not making a lot of money, and these guys are putting it all out there for one last chance to play pro football. Now, maybe Smith was a giant asshole in that 24-hour span. I don't buy his "I'm completely innocent" claims. At least not entirely, but for a league priding itself on uniting by football and then posting this video of a man losing out on his dream over a food dispute is one of the dumbest PR moves I have ever seen. This is one of the worst acts of self-sabotage since the Browns hired Hugh Jackson. That said, Coach Kirby Wilson was a running backs coach in the NFL for a very long time. So maybe this was his excuse to get rid of someone who wasn't good enough. Although the Maulers' 2.8 yards per carry average in their debut may disagree. Their offensive line sucking ass was a worthy tribute to the other football team in Pittsburgh. Now, I'm glad I didn't wait to post my USFL Week 1 recap because the Maulers Bandits game was painfully boring. Former Battlehawk legend QB Jordan Teamu was hot early, dicing up the Mauler D on an opening 8-play drive capped with the power rushing TD behind the legs of BJ Emmons. Irish Cowboy tight end Cheyenne O'Grady had himself a game, catching 8 balls for 86 yards, making him the most productive tight end Week 1. After their 2 first-half touchdowns, though, Tampa Bay's offense cooled and Teamu threw the ball to the wrong team a couple times. The only second-half highlight I recall was Tampa Bay punter Brandon Wright booming a 75-yard punt. Genuinely one of the most exciting plays in this game. That said, I think Tampa needs to utilize Jordan Teamu's legs a bit more next week to mitigate the turnovers and soften the defense with the dual threat capabilities he showcased in the XFL.
Chicken salad.
Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Make sure you check out my cornerback draft episode. It's a humdinger. It's on the screen right now. Click it, watch it, like it, love it, or I'm gonna block you on Twitter.